Dragon Ball Super Episode 55 is now officially listed in the history books, and today, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the official conversation between Goku, Beerus, Whis, the Omni King, Zeno, and of course both Zamasu and Gowasu to better understand what's been going on. Now, we start off with Goku asking, "Hey Beerus-sama, what did you want from me? I'm going to be real busy soon, so I don't have that much time." And Beerus grabs him by saying, "Seems like the King of All wants to see you. He has requested to see you at his palace immediately." And Goku asks, "Is it about the tournament?" And then Whis responds by saying, "Who can say?" And that's when Beerus replies by saying, "You imbecile, if the King of All says to come immediately, you must go there immediately no matter what." And of course, Whis replies by saying, "It's a 2-day trip, one way even for me." So this place seems to be really far away, even for somebody like Whis taking approximately 2 days. And Goku replies by saying, "2 days? I really don't have time to go anywhere that stupidly far away." And that's when Beerus says the idiot calls something stupid. What is it about that this idiot that caught the Omni King's interest? And of course, with that being said, Beerus asks Goku, "But you're friends with the Kaioshin, correct? With his help, we can go to the King of All in an instant." And that's when Goku says, "An instant? Really? Good. If he's with him, I can relax." So that seems to confuse me on the fact that the Kaioshin is able to get to the King of All's palace rather instantly, whereas opposed to Whis cannot. And then we go on ahead to see Whis ask Beerus, "Are you not coming, Beerus-sama? You gotta be kidding me, right? I refuse." And that's when pretty much Goku asks, like, "Why not?" And then Beerus says, "Listen up, don't do anything careless. I'm saying that the fate of the entire universe rests on your attitude. Listen up, all it takes for you is to ruin the Omni King's mood, and the world, me, you, everything will be wiped out from existence." And Goku tries to make light of this by saying, "Beerus-sama, you have a funny looking face when you're mad." Obviously just not caring about what Beerus has to say, because Goku feels as if he has this in the bag. And that's when Beerus begins to roast Goku by saying, "Are you planning to meet the King of All dressed like that? Put on something more formal, would you?" And that's when Whis backs him up and he says, "Well, I can apologize and say that we're actually in a hurry." So Beerus keeps stressing the fact that if Goku makes the Omni King mad, that is it for Universe 7. Keep in mind, the Omni King has once destroyed 6 universes at once just for ultimately being upset. So that's when Beerus says, "Hey, the whole thing with Black and the time machine has to remain a secret, okay? If the Omni King hears about it, he will definitely get angry, and you do understand what'll come next, right?" So obviously enough, they're saying, "Goku, keep your mouth shut. One more thing, Whis, take good care that nothing happens to Kaioshin." And that's when Goku's like, "I never thought Beerus-sama would worry so much about someone else." And that's when Whis confirms that the Kaioshin and the Gods of Destruction, the Hot Kaioshin and the Kaioshin, are a set. If the Kaioshin dies, the God of Destruction dies as well. And that's when Goku pretty much punches out like a few funny lines by saying, "So if I want to beat Beerus-sama, I have to beat Kaio-sama? No, hang on, that wouldn't be any fun now, would it?" And that's when Beerus is like, "What are you doing saying all this important stuff so casually?" And that's when we pan over back to Gowasu and Zamasu, and that's when Zamasu has his own sense of justice by saying they take whatever they want by force. They have neither justice nor order. And then after Zamasu goes on ahead to kill one of the barbarians, Gowasu asks Zamasu, "What have you done, Zamasu? Return my Potara to me. Why did you kill him? That life could potentially someday have had an enormous effect on the planet's history, on planet Babari," obviously enough hinting that there could be a change in history. And then we pan over back to Goku, Whis, and the Supreme Kai, and they arrive onto the Omni King's world. And that's when they're greeted by the High Priest, and the High Priest is going to take them to the Omni King. And that's where it gets interesting, because Goku says he may not look like much, but he feels pretty strong. And that's when Whis says the High Priest is said to have been one of the 5 highest battle powers in all of the universes. You absolutely must not say anything so rude as to ask to fight him. Let's just say that even I could not measure up to him." And Goku responds by saying, "Wow, really? That makes coming here totally worth it." So of course, obviously enough, we all know Goku wants to fight everybody. Have you guys forgotten what happened with Monaka? "Hi, I'm Monaka. Hi, I'm Goku." Pow, right in the face. So Goku pretty much was warned by Whis not to challenge the High Priest, because the High Priest is said to be one of the top 5 fighters in the entire universe, if anything in the entire multiverse. So the High Priest stands at a very, very high level, somewhere even far beyond Whis, even Vadus. So of course the High Priest is incredibly powerful. And of course, with that being said, they were asking Goku not to challenge him nor be rude to him, as to confront him about his powers. So that's when Goku arrives to the Omni King and he says, "So what did you want from me?" And that's when the Omni King responds by saying, "Well, I wanted a friend. You see, you interest me, so I wanted you to be my friend, see?" And then Goku asks, "Well, What should I do to be your friend? And we see the Supreme Kai, he says, Goku here is overwhelmed by the chance to be your friend. He's trying to cover up for Goku's tracks because Goku's being a little rude, and that's when the Omni King says, be quiet. And that's when Goku replies by saying, sorry, I'm real busy right now. Once I'm done with that, I'll play with you, so can you wait until then? And that's when the Omni King's bodyguards were about to beat the ever-so-living holy ghost out of Goku until the Omni King says, shut up, I'll wipe you out. So the minute the Omni King said that, the two bodyguards backed up. So that's when the Omni King asked Goku, so you'll play with me once this is over? And Goku says, sure, and if you want, I can bring a guy who might even make a better friend than me. So we all have to ask ourselves, who is this person that Goku wants to bring to come see the Omni King, who supposedly will be a better friend than him? Can you imagine if it's Vegeta? Because you know how, like, that's a funny thing, because Vegeta's always rude and he's always stuck up and stuff, so that'd be pretty funny. And that's when the Omni King says, then it's a promise. Hey, let's do the thing we did last time again as a sign of our promise, which is pretty much shake hands. And the Omni King was having fun just shaking Goku's hand. You have to consider the fact that this is the most powerful being within all of Dragon Ball, and he doesn't have any friends. So, and that's when Goku says, yeah, you should come hang out on Earth on one of these days. And that's when everyone's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, you're just setting yourself up. And the Omni King pretty much presents Goku with a gift, and he says, press this button and I'll come right to you. And Goku presses the button, and the Omni King says, you know, there's no point in pressing it now, I'm right here. And he also tells Goku, remember to bring your friend, it's a promise. And then we pan it over back to Zamasu and Gowasu, of course. Instead of this being a friendly conversation, Gowasu begins to ask Zamasu, why don't you have faith in the humans? And then he tells Zamasu that the tea is a mirror of your heart. Tea brewed with a clouded heart will also be murky. Is this murkiness fear or hesitation? And that's when Zamasu replies by saying that learning from the mistakes they make and raising a better world on top of them is what humans do. From what I've seen, the humans do not learn. And then as you guys can see on your screen right here, that's when Zamasu says, I'm sure you have seen many more examples like that on planet Babari. We must wait for the humans to learn, Zamasu. And that's what Zamasu says, are we only to watch over them? When I was invited here, I thought I would learn justice from you. But is the gods' justice purely to watch over life forms? And that's when Gowasu asks Zamasu, have you ever thought about good and evil? And that's when Zamasu replies by saying, yes, evil should perish, justice is necessary for good to flourish. And that's when Gowasu replies by saying, I see, however, this is what I believe. Justice brings balance between good and evil. Even if evil makes you lose your way, you stay your ground and keep searching for the path of good. Is that search not what justice is truly about? Which I will say, he does make fair points. I mean, you guys cannot argue with Gowasu's wisdom. And that's when he tells Zamasu, is it for that reason the gods gave humans knowledge? And that's when, like, after Zamasu had heard that, that's when he just completely changed. He said, we mustn't allow evil, Gowasu. Evil is violence like that of the barbarians, and just like Son Goku, who would trade blows with the gods, humans use their God-given wisdom for evil. The humans who have gained wisdom are truly evil. You guys can't deny that. Over the course of history, we as humans have been completely evil against one another, raping, pillaging, destroying, wars. You guys have to see where Zamasu is coming from, but his entire approach is just very hostile-like. So, and that's when he asked Gowasu, does this strike you as half-hearted? What good are gods if they can't destroy evil? And that's when Gowasu says, do not forget that it was the sake of your heart that you polished your battle power. Gods are not perfect. Even gods learn and grow. And this last sentence pretty much gets to me because Zamasu created his own conclusion as he said, Gowasu-sama, merely watching over them is a sin. So obviously enough, he sees Gowasu as sinning in his eyes because he is not doing anything to prevent evil, quote unquote, from taking place. So as you guys have already seen thus far in this video, Zamasu has completely changed. He is a psychopath. He has his own vision and his own justice system in his head to where he believes that evil should be exterminated, but meanwhile he is trying to commit mass genocide by wiping out an entire civilization, and he's putting the question of the gods in use as saying, why are gods so powerful? How come gods are even here if they can't intervene with human actions, if they can't step in to eradicate evil? And Gowasu tries to explain to him that without good there can't be evil, and without evil there can't be good. There must be a balance, and even if somehow you lose your way, way, you have to find your way back, because that is the true symbolism of justice. And obviously, with that being said, Zamasu is beginning to turn on Gowasu, and people are going to be asking, well, what about the earring? Obviously enough, Gowasu has asked for the Potara back, so maybe during some point of the course of these episodes, Zamasu might turn on Gowasu just for this specific scene right here, as Gowasu had told Zamasu about gods giving humans knowledge and how they should only govern over them and see how they should be protected and whatnot. A very dictator-like mentality. And of course, with that being said, we have the Omni King talking to Goku about being friends, and I do think this is going to play a huge effect. I was reading your comments in my prediction video and the breakdown video, and some of you guys pointed out something very interesting, and that being that the Omni King wants to be Goku's friend, and he told Goku, you can summon me whenever you want just by pressing this button. Goku put the button in his pocket, so obviously enough, he went into the future with that button. So if by some chance, if by some mere coincidence, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks begin to fall, maybe by some chance someone presses that button, maybe even Black presses that button by accident, not knowing what it does, and summons the Omni King to help Goku, his friend, out during this course of battle against Super Saiyan Rose. Now, Super Saiyan Rose was debuted, and we see the very first glimpse of Black achieving that transformation, and it seems like every single person that was crapping on the Super Saiyan Rose transformation is now on board with it. So I guess everyone has now agreed that Super Saiyan White is no more, and now the Super Saiyan Rose transformation seems to be very, very intriguing to many people. But let me know your overall thoughts on the mentality of Zamasu, Gowasu's wisdom, and the Omni King having to foreshadow being Goku's friend, not talking about the tournament, but in fact giving him a button, asking him that he could be summoned whenever he wants. Comment down below and let me know, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more daily uploads. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to punch that like button. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, tune in for the next video. Dragon Ball Super episode 56 is coming, and it's going to be a monumental event. Take it easy, guys. Peace.